Insomnia sol temperat purus et subtilis. Nuovo mondo ederat faciem aprilis.
Hello, we're here tonight on a private investigation in a house in Banbridge, which has a lot of reported hauntings and sightings. The most prominent thing that has happened probably is a very dark cloaked figure that has been seen, and it's been viewed from actually the bay window of the living room, walking up the side of the premises and coming right up the back entry towards the kitchen. It's never been seen entering the house, but it seemed to walk the grounds. It has been seen inside the house as well. There's been spirit lights upstairs and harsh, like heavy breathing, and the previous occupants would have heard that quite regularly. So there has been a few figures seen, noises, heavy footsteps and toys being moved. So there's a bit of movement, lights, figures and noises. I just heard a noise there now.
Nothing concrete, you know. Basically, the only things that I really picked up was way before I even came here, which I did say to Anne when I picked her up, that I felt off. And I felt like there was a suicide, or else, you know, something to do with suicide here, yeah. Which he did confirm that there was an attempted suicide here, so it was very close to it, you know. And but I did feel that there was a woman here, but I would have felt that she was up on the landing, you know, and people would have had the feeling of wanting to be pushed down the stairs. Sort of like 3 steps coming down out of the front room, not down those main stairs.
Oh really? Oh yes, those little tidier steps, I know what you mean. The daughter actually, Teresa, the lady I've known, and the next door neighbour were standing out the back, and the daughter happened to be going around playing or whatever. She's about 9 or 10 at the time maybe, and she came screaming, a big dark man just walked into our house, big dark man, you know. So she's seen a figure come right down here, like perfectly normal, completely human type to her, and they actually terrified. They thought someone's come into the house, so they searched every room and no one was here, and that was okay. So now I don't know if he's been seen in the house. I probably feel maybe he had been seen once upstairs, but whenever Teresa was here, if she was here on her own, she'd have said in the kitchen or down here. She didn't like really being here in her room, but she had heard really loud footsteps walking like across the landing and coming down the stairs. And you know, at times she just had to go outside because she thought someone was going to come round the door, and you know, and she said they were angry, heavy footsteps. She thought it was a man, definitely. And when she was in bed one night as well, that main bedroom above there, she showed me the video on her phone. She was sitting in bed, and she says it happened that much one night. These little lights started swishing backwards and forwards across the bottom of her bed. So she just took the phone out and videoed it as calm as anything, because she'd seen it so many times, and she did show them to me, and I couldn't put them down to being anything.
So she's seen it by the human eye, these balls of light?
Yeah, just in the pitch dark, yeah. And
usually you would get that through a camcorder, a night vision, but to actually see it by the human eye, it's quite
and they
hard
were coming,
create.
like, I can't see how it would have been car lights or anything, you know, that did happen a few times. I know next door it's had a lot of funny things. There's a boy ghost next door, which could be the one that plays with the toys in the house. You know, maybe goes through them all.
We're pretty excited about this investigation. We've just arrived. We were setting up. Came through the door about 10 minutes, and we were setting up base station command in the dining room. And the living room is to the right of base station command, and I thought I heard like a woman's voice. I actually thought it was Anne, but Anne didn't move. Unfortunately, we hadn't set up the equipment yet, so we would put that down as a personal experience.
We've heard chairs being trailed. We've also heard banging on the walls, and we've also heard people going up and down the stairs. Noises going up and down the stairs.
Yes, because the stairs actually would go along this wall.
Yeah, especially in my bedroom, I can hear it very clear.
And that would happen regularly, would it?
Yeah, just at the silent of the night when everything's all settled. It's very, you can hear it.
And as we know, no one is living
No,
in the house
the
or
house has
anything
been
like that.
vacant for a very long
Now
time.
you've had activity in here as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not just...
We've had a few spirits that have been grounded.
You tell me, was there ever any mediums within next door, or?
No, not next door,
No.
but in here, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what did they say? Did they say anything? Did they mention anything about next door, or?
Well, no, I think they looked at the house from the outside, but the Simon and Mary Jo and all that I had, I'm allowed to say their names, but they are absolutely fantastic. They came in here and they cleansed this house thoroughly.
Oh, great, great.
So, but I would still insist there's a wee boy that likes to travel from next door into here. I would say there would be a man next door.
Yeah.
And I think he would be a very strict and very determined man.
Okay, would it be a man of power though? Would it be somebody that maybe is looked over?
Authority.
Authority?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would say that the loud banging would definitely be coming from him.
Earlier on, when we were first up here, we were all standing at the doorway here, and I swore I could have seen Anne coming into that their next room. So I'd actually seen somebody walking in to that room. So that, and it turned out she was still in here. So she was.
Right.
And I didn't know out there for a couple of minutes, until I seen Anne walking out through this door. And I goes, Anne, I said there, we not in that room there? She says no. There was nobody in there, like, but definitely somebody. It was about Anne's size, Anne's build, with the dark, and
as clear as that.
Yeah. Oh, aye. What was that? Just came back into the front room, up in the attic area of the house, and I just got touched in the top of the head, so I did. We have seen spirit lights in the next room, and Richard's seen spirit lights coming from the stairwell up into the front room, which is why we actually came back into the front room, and got a really good feeling it's going to kick off very, very soon.
So you can see this is the top floor, the front of the building. It's got the old, really old shaped window, like a dormer window. I would say that looks back in maybe the early 1900s. But these houses, these date back to what? 150 years old?
Oh, yes, easily.
It used to be the mill house or something, where the people...
Mill house, the servants' quarters.
The servants' quarters?
Yeah. Can you give me your name?
You can see that's all the way down the stairs. And again I heard another noise just below me. And that was quite loud.
What's happened?
I heard a noise below me. It was like a footstep, like a large footstep.
Right, okay.
Hopefully the camcorders picked that up. And this, of course, the lady next door says she hears like people running up and down the stairs. So, if there's any spirits here, would you like to run up the stairs and let us hear you? You won't frighten us. Come on. Come on up, you're very, very welcome. It's my walkie-talkie. Just looking at it from down here, we're quite high up. So we are. You can see that's all the way down the stairs.
That's a very tall house.
Yeah. What do you think? We've been here, what, about an hour and a half?
What was that? What was that?
That must have been them. That must have been them. That was loud.
That was very loud.
Hello? That's me. If that was you making that noise, could you make it again? Let us hear you.
That was below us, Gary. Maybe that's where we should be.
The one below.
Let's go.
That's a new thing about it. That's where the lady said she's hearing the noises.
Yep,
on.
it was.
So it's, that seemed to be in that front room there. Right guys, did any of you make a noise there about 2 minutes ago, like a large bang, or did you hear it from down there? Did any of you make a bang about 2 minutes ago downstairs? We were up at the top floor and we heard like a large bang. It seemed to come from the middle floor, but then you sort of heard it, would you not? Never heard anything. But that was definitely... We heard it. That was loud.
We heard it.
And you had your camcorder running on as well, didn't you?
We'll caught then on both. Goodness, I can't see around.
Do you know what? I don't like it. I don't like it in here.
No, it's
Now,
not. It's not nice.
This, obviously, this was the main bedroom. So if this was the main bedroom, then next door, that lady's room will be directly next door.
Yeah.
So then, this is where she's heard the noises in this room. That's very, very cold, isn't it?
That banging, now what was that?
I have no
It
idea.
was like a boom boom.
Yes. It's like something being moved. So how do you feel, Al?
At the minute.
You just stumped your foot there, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes, sorry.
At the minute, fine. I'm just wondering what that noise was, because that was loud.
That's what that bang was.
I think this house is very, very old. I think it's going to take a wee bit of time to build the energy up. Because I don't think anybody has been in this house for years.
Well, it's never been
Or
investigated
anybody
before.
has even been into maybe investigate.
No. And why you'd think when people move in this house, why they can't stay here very long?
It's strange, isn't it? I don't know what it is, because we don't really know what's happened.
No.
Whether there has been maybe poltergeist activity, or has there been cupboard doors opening and closing, or have people seen stuff? We don't really know that, do we?
No, no.
We were upstairs in the mid-floor of the house. It was myself, Amy, Richard, and Amy was, we were all setting the trigger objects up, and we had it set up, and the light in the landing was on, and we were standing talking, and I walked out to the landing. Next minute, the lights went out for no reason. We found out nobody turned the lights out, and when I was standing there, all I heard was right next to me, all I heard was right next to me. That it actually freaked me out a bit, and I ran into the room with the guys. Now, I wasn't expecting it so early on the night, that's why I freaked out a wee bit.
You see. That's a lie.
That's it.
If we hear that going off downstairs,
Huh?
that'll be something else. Right, I'm just going to let it record. Never know what we'll capture. Is any spirits with us now? There was a name that was put into my head. Margaret? Margaret, are you with us?
Her tapping?
That's somebody's
That was tapping.
I thought it was.
Tap.
I actually thought Gary
That
sounded
was
like it was
tap
coming from you.
on-
No, that was 3 taps.
That was
Oh,
tap
nice.
on the table.
That was
There
tap,
was
tap,
three
tap.
three taps.
I heard
Wow,
it.
did you hear that?
You have got the response. You talk, girl. Please.
Just came in my head, Margaret.
Okay,
Very
okay.
strong, Margaret. Margaret, are you with us?
Her tapping?
That's somebody's
That was tapping.
I thought it was.
Tap.
I actually thought Gary
That
sounded
was
like it was
tap
coming from
on-
you.
No, that was 3 taps.
That was
Oh,
tap
nice.
on the table.
Hello, Margaret? Hello? Did you hear that?
Yes.
Hello, sweetheart? Good evening.
Is it us leaning on the table maybe?
To me, it sounds like it comes from over the floor.
Are you trying to communicate with us by knocks? Did you live here? If you did,
times. Let us hear you, Margaret. Let us hear your voice.
Hear that, Gary? We knock.
It's coming from over at the windowsill. I've heard it a few times coming from there.
What do you see?
Do you know what? That's funny because that brings back. I remember the day Joan next door on the phone to me, and she told me Mrs. Parks. And I don't know why. Whenever I wrote the name Mrs. Parks, I put Margaret Parks. Seriously? And you said the name Margaret to me before, and then I said to her, what was her first name again? She said, no, I don't know her first name. Didn't say her first name. So that's really odd. Please, Margaret, if this is you and you're here with us, could you let us hear your footsteps walk around this room or around this house? We know that you're not the only one here, and we also know that a perfume smell has been smelt. Would this be you? Could you let us smell that perfume? Is this your family home?
Yes, just here, yes. Just a bird in my head, yes.
How many children did you raise here?
If there's any kids in this house, any young children, would you please come forward? Maybe you would like to go and play on the piano.
No, her bag.
No, did you?
Yeah.
No, that was the door. Or
I
something.
had a thought, like a thought again.
Yeah, was that a thought?
You hear it?
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely, it's hard to say whether it was in this house or next door.
It sounded like that direction. So we were sitting at the table doing our seance, and we're talking to a wee boy called Thomas, and we asked him to make contact and maybe touch one of us. And shortly after that I felt like a distinct tug on my coat. It was quite hard. I thought for a minute that Karen's sleeve had caught on it, but it was quite a strong pull on the coat. And then shortly after that, Karen felt that she had been touched, that her trousers had been pulled as well.
So you actually think it was a physical pull?
Oh, it was definitely. I felt the coat come up and back down again like that, so it had been lifted and tugged.
And you've never experienced that before, have you?
No, definitely not. It was very, very bizarre. So.
So you think it was maybe a young child?
Yeah.
Was playing about?
Yeah.
Well, that's the reports in this house. But apparently you didn't know. We were interviewing the girl next door. And she says one of the things is that a young child always tugs on your clothes. That sounds like a child there. Oh, and if you could say Thomas, that'll be amazing. If you could say Thomas.
Can you say your name, Thomas? Say Thomas. Come on.
That was Thomas.
It was.
Did it say?
Yeah, that was I said Thomas.
I heard you say the six, so I was listening to that.
Did you hear that?
Can you say your name again? Can you say Thomas?
Thomas. Did you work here at the mill? Were you connected to the mill? Heard of you? Name?
Patrick. Well, Patrick's very strong, Patrick.
Do you play here? Do you play with the toys, Thomas? Come on, come talk to us. Can you repeat one of our names?
We do. It was a man.
Was that you that pulled my coat earlier?
I thought I said your name again.
I thought I said Richard, yeah.
That was really loud. Yeah, it did. It was like almost like a vibration from on.
It's upstairs. Guys, keep it going.
That's bum 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 bum. Is there something front door? I can jump in the front door.
It's sounded like. I'm really here to relax.
No.
Thomas, sweetheart, come on, come sit, talk to us. Will you say your name again? Say Thomas. Say Thomas, nice and clearly.
I was here.
Does anybody else have the...
Oh my God.
What's that?
Very top.
That's up there very, very top.
We're here movement. What about stop? What's stop for?
I guess nobody goes off.
Because I was only walked through it once.
It only walks through
Oh,
once.
which type of sensor have you got?
Something's
Not the one
broken
that
in.
goes crazy.
It's the motion sensors, eh?
Yeah.
What was that? Was it? I think so, but I didn't hear it. Oh my goodness, something's going back and forth and back and forth.
It's a smart mouse walking back and forth, is it?
Well, that hasn't happened all night.
That's all good. Okay, as you can see, we're sitting here, and through the condenser mic, we can hear the motion sensors being activated. Now we have got them set just as you walk in through the doorway on the 3rd floor in the front bedroom, and there's nobody else up there, and there it goes again.
We've done it again. It's happened again.
No, but we've got it. We've picked it up on the.
Yeah, we've got it on,
It doesn't matter.
on the camera anyway. Plus, give
Because I heard footsteps on that.
Oh, that's definitely.
plus there's Anne's camera upstairs as well, running.
Hands cameras and both.
Is it in that room?
Right.
There's something wrong with the mouse. There's talcum powder.
That's talcum powder. What?
Now watch.
So actually,
I
I
think
thought
we-
you had them.
We were standing there, I was going off.
It was going off, we were standing at the door.
Oh, I felt almost.
You see, we're now, just let people see it home. I'll explain. This is the way these motion sensors work. When something breaks a beam, watch my hand. Now we were picking it up downstairs in the seance, just at the tail end of the seance. So we can't explain why these were going off. There's no dust up here. The only way that happens is when something breaks a beam like that. So we've came up, it's unexplainable, there's nobody here.
They're working, obviously, aren't they, as well?
Yeah, we're working fine.
I expect to come up and don't want to be going in.
Dust won't even settle.
And they haven't gone all night long.
Has to be something solid.
Something's breaking the beam.
I know.
My knees are knocking together.
A mouse when you
The
set that
mouse
off.
might be too low.
Now we were standing
Did
looking
that
at
go
it.
off when you didn't go through it? Did that
Yeah.
go off?
And the light went off like something's walked through it.
But you'd already come through it before?
Yeah, no.
It's weird.
Can you walk through it
Oh,
again?
what was that?
That's
Do you hear that?
Yeah, like a
like a ground.
growl, I heard
Is
that.
that not you?
No?
No, no one's told me, I think it was
Did you
something.
recording that?
Yes.
We would pick that up.
What was it? That was
Well,
like demonic.
that's what your woman says in reports as well. You hear.
That's all it's...
This is something breaking the beam. Vibration sensor here.
Amy, are you not cold?
I've got a geo from
And I'm
inside the
never
door.
cold.
So if anything walks on the creates vibration, triggers the alarm.
That there. Did you hit that?
Yes, I can pass.
Did you?
I knocked down there.
I don't think this is. Oh, I think this is more.
Have we got a lady here?
What's that? Don't believe goodness me.
That's a vibration sensor.
Is that because you just
We're all
moved?
standing
No, I
still.
never moved.
I
I
was-
spun round.
If we
Have
move
we
on the
got
floor,
a lady here?
so
Make the sensor go if we have a lady.
Stop there.
no.
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 This is strange.
Stand there.
This is crazy.
What's the temperature?
Oh,
You said it was a
Dunno.
young boy and I went off.
Have you got a little boy here? If we have a little boy, could you make the sensor go off? Walk through it for us.
Freezing.
That's
Thank you very much. You're absolutely fantastic.
Come on, ready for another one? Here, we'll take your photo again.
Oh, sure.
Why did they go? Is it because of your stand there?
Oh,
They don't go off too long.
No.
feels different,
It does.
doesn't it?
Downstairs in the living room during that ghost box, I felt a wee bit untight. No, tense.
We'll see,
Bit on edge.
It's been a long time we've up here, it didn't.
Yeah. When you think about the theory, you do seance, you build up energy, don't you? And then it all seemed to kick off
Yeah.
after we'd done the seance.
Time is 11:40. We were sitting downstairs, we were doing seance, and all of a sudden, through the condenser mic, we heard the sensor upstairs going off. So we just sat a while and it just kept going off and going on, going off, going on. So what we did, we went up, and as we stood and watched it, the sensor was going off. Now, the sensor will only go off if there's a presence has walked through the beam. We stood there and we sat in a circle around it and it was going off. So Gary said what he would do, he'd put a vibration sensor, and it went off too. So we're sitting there, we had cameras on it, we were sitting there, one sensor would have went off and then the other sensor would have went off. Now we do know that there's a little boy now in this house. We think he was possibly playing with us.